On the eve of a new presidential administration, we have, you know, I guess an appointment. I think it was literally like a couple of days ago. It may have been Friday or Thursday. News of a fifth commissioner assigned to the FCC. We already know who the chair was going to be, Brendan Carr. So, um, I don't know. I guess in typical outgoing administration fashion, whoever's leaving is probably going to talk about how awful things are going to be and how great they were when they were there. They don't want to make it seem like things were bad when they were there. So that's happening. And then a lot of praise around the nomination of Olivia Trusty. When I read the article from Monica, it was just a lot of good vibes. They described her as being a good decision maker, easy to work with. Not always the case when it comes to agencies, so that's a good signal that you're going to have someone that works for solutions and wants to do all the right things. They say she's really smart and intelligent and has good experience. I mean, what else could you ask for in a candidate, right? Or a nominee, I should say. You want those kind of qualities, so that's encouraging. Whether or not you like a certain administration it's your decision and all that, but just looking at the FCC, we want a better FCC than the last one. The last one had all types of issues. 2.5 years without a fifth commissioner. We had the FCC Spectrum Authority taken away from them. We had the FAA problems and the Department of Transportation. It was just a bad 4 years. I mean, it also included the pandemic, so I don't want to overlook that. It just was not a good 4 years. So I always like to look at it from the perspective of when something's really bad, the only way is up, right? So hopefully that is indeed the case, but you want to be better than that even. You want to push things forward, progress, wins across the board, making good decisions. I think most importantly, and I think B definitely has kind of spoken to this before, we want perennial changes that are going to be good for the industry and good for the customers that the industry serves. So whether it's in home broadband or it's in mobility services, we want everybody having what they need for the country to be strong and better than it's ever been. Everybody perceives the United States to be a trailblazer and a leader internationally, and we want to be there. One of the things that's probably going to be really, really important, Moose, is going to be spectrum. And probably the first thing the FCC has to figure out is how do they wrestle away some of that 3 gigahertz from the DoD and get it over to the MNOs.
Quick question, Sneed.
Yeah.
Perhaps I wasn't aware. Did Brandon Carr? Are we not? Is he not going to do the? What happened with that?
He's the chair. So
okay, so Trump FCC. So she's being nominated to be one of the commissioners.
Yes.
Right. Okay, understood. Okay, my bad. Okay, continue. My apologies.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry if I didn't make that clear. It's Brendan Carr will be leading the commission as the chair, replacing Jessica Rosenworcel, and then that would leave an additional seat open as a commissioner. So they're nominating Olivia Trusty, which I believe is good for the go. So
understood. So Olivia, does she have Democratic affiliation or Republican affiliation?
I believe her most recent positions has her working for Republican offices.
Okay. Moose, do you know anything about this woman?
I haven't done my research yet.
Okay. Just wanted okay. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think Ohio, she served, I don't know if it was a congressman or a senator. There were a couple other states mentioned too. I was looking at some of her experiences. I think it says it here. Yeah, congressman, Republican, Ohio. There was another one. I don't want to misreport. There was one other one. But anyways, this is the big thing here. It's the 3 gigahertz situation. It's wrestling the spectrum away from the DoD. And all indications are that Trump is tasked with making this happen. I don't know how. It's going to be tough, man, because they've been really dug in on this. this 3 gigahertz thing. They really don't want to give much of it away or any of it away. They'd rather share it, but you guys see what happens when you have to share spectrum. You get CBRS. You get low power, DoD, the 3.45. While it is, in my opinion, a pretty good spectrum asset, it's still not C-band, right? With respect to power levels and value and all those things, when you look at the money that it raked in, compared to the C-band piece. So look, I'm not here to tell you that things are going to 100% for sure going to be better than the last 4 years. I just thought the last 4 were so bad. There's only room for improvement. That's my position. What do you think, B? I'll start with you. What do you think are the 1 or 2 most important things that the new FCC is going to have to tackle early and really nail?
Spectrum Authority, without a doubt. Got to work with Congress. They have to relinquish that Spectrum Authority. They don't know what to do with it. Get it back to the FCC where it belongs. That has to be reinstated like in 20 minutes, please.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, let's get back to the business of serving the American people, please.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Please. That's the first thing. After that, shoot, Sneed. Get some teeth. Get some teeth. Get some teeth. I'm still reeling over what happened with the FAA. Had that not been a thing, we probably would have even greater progress than we do now as far as C-band rollout is concerned for Verizon and for AT&T. There's been a whole lot of talk about network quote unquote superiority from the other competitor, which has just been it's a farce from the standpoint of the rollout. You got both carriers, AT&T and Verizon, to their credit, that have been really, really moving efficiently for the most part. More so Verizon a little bit than AT&T, but AT&T, and to their credit, the last, I would say, 8 months at least, they've done a decent job. Solid work. So, you got both of these carriers that are really, really doing good work as far as rolling that stuff out. But we wouldn't have had to been here if we had an FCC that, was capable of standing up to some of their peers, particularly the FAA, and defending the industry as far as, some of the false accusations that came out during the pandemic with respect to C-band. They had no credibility at all, those accusations. And they cost both AT&T and Verizon, mostly Verizon, billions of dollars in productivity, billions of dollars in recognition, billions of dollars in PR. It was ridiculous.